Hi there, it's Tom Cassidy here, talking to you about the science of getting rich made simple and in practice. So simple means we've turned it into a number of different things to focus on, one at a time, and we've simplified the language, we've simplified the book, and then in practice means, okay, what is actionable out of these things? How do you actually do it? So it's turned into a 13 by 4 system, which is a 13-week cycle, and you focus on just one thing a week. So we're in week 7 now, and what we'll do is once we finish the 13 weeks, we'll repeat the cycle. And every week 7, we'll be focusing on how to use the will, this thing about willpower and how to use it. And it's really interesting. It's totally different from anything that I've heard before. When I was younger, I used to want to have Jedi mind force and Jedi mind skills. Of course I did, because everyone did. You watch Star Wars and thought, oh, if I could control other people by willpower, just by using the force, that would be awesome. And when I read this book, I thought, oh, wow. That is the complete opposite of everything this book teaches. And everyone's trying to be able to control others, but the only person they ever need to be able to control is himself. Use your willpower on yourself. When you know what you must think and do, then compel yourself to think and do the right thing. Use your will to keep your mind working in the right way. That's so powerful. So you use your willpower, which is a resource that you have to discipline yourself to do the things that you don't particularly remember to do or want to do, and you're not motivated to do them anymore necessarily. So how do you actually do these things? Willpower on yourself is enough. That's the key thing, to realize that actually, you know, if you just use the willpower on yourself, you would not only be in accordance with the principles of the universe, rather than trying to get to enslave other people to you by your thought power, but you would also be, you've been given enough raw material within your own abilities to bring into your life anything you want. So use your willpower only on yourself. You have no right to use your will against others, nor do you need to use your will on things. You don't need to do that. If you just focus on yourself and doing the things that you know to do, or you know what to do, then they'll be awesome. Now, use your will to hold the vision of what you want with steadfast faith and purpose. And that's absolutely critical. You know, a lot of people will forget about the faith and the purpose, and they might remember their vision, but when they're acting, they're not really purposing to achieve that vision. They kind of forgotten their vision. They've put it aside for a period, and they might do affirmations for 5 minutes every day and say, oh, this is what I want. They might do a vision board, they might do a mind movie, all that great stuff, but then they forget about it in the busyness of the day. So use your will, because your will determines what things you put your attention on. And things are not brought into being by thinking about their opposites. So to become rich, do not study and think about poverty. Think about being wealthy. Think about money and how great it is. Think about what you are doing with money, what you can do with money. And after you've mastered this system, you may study other systems as much as you please. But until then, read only this book every day and don't think about other systems, because that will lead to failure. And it's interesting. What I did was take 2 chapters from the book, which is in the book it's chapters 9 and 10, how to use the will and further use of the will. And what I want people to realize is that, again, it's the script. What would you choose? Would you choose that getting rich is a power struggle between people and you've got to try and use your will to get them to do what you want? Or would you choose the creative plane, that getting rich is a lofty, noble and soul unfoldment endeavor, and you never have to get anybody to do anything at all? You can just work on yourself. So what are you putting into the sausage machine of life? Are you closing your mind against all that may tend to shake your purpose, dim your vision, or quench your faith? Are you dwelling on past financial troubles? Or are you putting all things that pertain to poverty behind you? Interesting. Are you thinking about the poor as people who need charity, or as people who need inspiration? And finally, are you putting in the certainty that focusing all your willpower on yourself will more than suffice? And that's the thing. What would you choose to be putting in the sausage machine, and what are you actually putting in the sausage machine? And if they're different, it's obviously just because of your script choosing for you. And that's how to use the will. And it's week 7 of this plan, The Science of Getting Rich in Practice, made simple and you can do it.